News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Good morning, Western Montana. This is John King filling in for Peter Christian. He's still on vacation, another 2 days left, but it is the middle of the week, so I'm happy. We've got your news this morning brought to you by Temprite Service. For all your plumbing and heating needs, call Team Blue, the local experts, at 728-1111. Well, it's Wednesday, August 27th, and that means it's time for...
School days, school days.
That's right.
Dear old golden rule days, reading and writing and written.
Yep, classroom doors are open and bells will be ringing in students for Missoula County Public Schools. The public school students from kindergartners all the way up to high school freshmen will be in class today. Sophomores, juniors, and seniors will pull up to their desks tomorrow. A district court judge in Missoula has denied a motion to move out of Missoula County the trial of a man charged with shooting a German exchange student in his garage in April. KECI reports that District Judge Ed McLean ruled that Marcus Karma failed to show that the news reports about the death of 18-year-old Dear Ndidi were inflammatory or that they served to create public backlash to the event that Karma might not receive a fair trial. McLean's ruling, issued last week, says any potential jurors who could not set aside their opinions could be identified and challenged during jury questioning. Karma has pleaded not guilty to deliberate homicide in the death of Didi, who was in Karma's garage during an apparent burglary attempt. Karma's trial is set for December. Bail was set at $500,000 for a woman charged with the kidnapping and robbery of a man who was beaten, shot, and left for dead near Interstate 90 just east of Missoula. The Missoulian reports 34-year-old Catherine Evans gave a Georgia address when she appeared in Justice Court in Missoula on Monday. She did not enter her plea. Evans' alleged accomplice, Troy Anthony Miller, is charged with robbery and attempted deliberate homicide in the July 16th shooting. Miller and Evans were arrested 5 days later in Seattle. The victim told police that he had asked Miller and Evans for a ride from a motel to downtown Missoula. He said they continued east of Missoula and turned off the highway onto a back road where they accused him of stealing money and drugs. Facebook is helping friends and family of missing University of Montana student Lucius Robbie work together to find him. NBC Montana spoke with the administrator of the Facebook page, Finding Lucius, Claire Brezhnehan.
Actually, I live in Madison, Wisconsin, so I'm not able to be there on the ground helping out, so I'm contributing in an online way.
Even though she's far away, Brezhnehan says that the efforts of the more than 700 people who have liked the Finding Lucius page are helping the efforts of those searching in Idaho and Montana.
I don't think the number of people that are there on the ground helping out could have coordinated or made their efforts as efficient without this group.
A service station attendant in Salmon, Idaho, says he spoke with Lucius last week, who told him he was a University of Montana student. Salmon is about 75 miles south of Darby, but Main Street cameras in Darby did not record Lucius's green Subaru Legacy passing through. That car also had orange kayaks strapped to the top. It should be noticeable people are still trying to find Lucius somewhere between here and there. A 41-year-old Stevensville man faces charges alleging that he threatened several people with a gun, fired a shot near a house, and, according to his 6-year-old daughter, threw that gun out of the car while they drove over a bridge. The Ravalli Republic reports that Timothy Strickland was charged with 3 felony counts of assault with a weapon, along with criminal endangerment and tampering with evidence. His misdemeanor charges include endangering the welfare of a child. Justice of the Peace James Bailey set bail at $50,000 on Monday. Strickland did not enter a plea. Charging documents allege that Strickland sped by a house in Florence Sunday evening and someone there yelled at him. Witnesses say he stopped, pulled into the driveway, and made some threats before pointing his gun at people and firing a shot as he drove away. For some, the recent short-lived change in weather may have been a nice break from the hot summer heat. Luckily for farmers, it's not the same. It is the same story. Sorry, just inserting words into the story here. Corvallis hay producer Hans McPherson says that the rain hasn't affected his crops all that much. NBC Montana reports.
We've had pretty cooperative weather. Until the last few days, we haven't had much hay rained on, and what we have, we're still able to feed and put up. We're going to have a really nice third cutting. It's just going to be a normal to even a little above normal year.
McPherson says he's not complaining about recent rains.
It looks like there's going to be a lot of hay, and with this rain, there's going to be a lot of nice fall pasture for the beef people, too.
McPherson says his haying season goes from mid-June until snow begins in fall and winter officially arrives. The Federal Occupational Safety and Health Administration is investigating after an employee at the Kalispell Walmart fell from a ladder and died. OSHA Area Director Jeff Funk tells KTMF-TV that the worker was on a very tall ladder retrieving merchandise when he fell on Friday. Witnesses believe the man was unconscious for about 20 minutes before he was found. He later died of his injuries. The man's name has not been released. Funk says that Walmart followed protocol by reporting the fall. He says the store has been cooperating with his investigation. All right, time to take a look at our weather for this morning. Weather brought to you by Big Sky Kubota. Think orange for tractors, mowers, excavators, and RTVs. Big Sky Kubota, just 3 miles west of the airport on Highway 10, or visit them at bigskyKubota.com. Here's Brooke Foster.
Newstalk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Ample sunshine with high temperatures in the mid to low 80s through the end of the work week. By the weekend, we'll bring in a chance of showers with cooler temperatures. Highs by Sunday will be in the 60s. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13, your first alert station.